Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's live event. Sumasri Chowdhury is one of our Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM experts, and today she will be introducing the sales and marketing applications. The topics will include how D365 CRM helps solve today's business challenges, exploring the benefits of D365 sales and marketing, and more effective together, how D365 sales and marketing complement each other. So now I'll hand over to Sumasri for her insights. Thank you, Sumasri.
Thanks, Scott, for the introduction. A very good morning to all of you. My name is Somashri, and I will be going with you through this entire webinar. The main agenda of today's webinar would be to highlight the possibilities of and the capabilities of Dynamics 365 CRM suite, more in importance, Dynamics 365 sales and marketing, why your business should consider using Dynamics 365 sales and marketing as the application for your sales and marketing team. And then we'll go through a high level overview of what are the salient features of Dynamics 365 sales and marketing. So here you can see that this is the complete product suite of Dynamics 365. We have sales, marketing, service, project service, and other ERP applications as well. This entire Microsoft Dynamics 365 suite resides over a common data storage, which is known as Microsoft Dataverse. And the importance of this Microsoft Dataverse is that because it is a common database at the back end, there is a seamless communication of data between the various applications. That meaning that means that the data that you receive from marketing, the sales team is able to see them in real time, and any data update that the sales team does, it is also reflected to the marketing team at the same time. Now, this is very important that your sales and marketing team are always on the same page in terms of their communication that is going on between the sales and the marketing team as well as the prospects whom you are targeting in order to convert them into your final customers. Having said that, we'll move ahead and start with marketing, because from a prospect perspective, any information that the prospect gives to your marketing team, the marketing team would be nurturing those information. It will be nurturing the leads created for those prospects. And once these prospects are in a sales ready stage, they will be handing over those leads to the sales team so that the sales team can further interact with the prospects and ultimately are able to convert them to their customers. Now, for any business, the most important thing is enhancing the performance of your team, as which will ultimately ensure that there are increased revenue for your businesses. And that is where both Dynamics 365 marketing and Dynamics 365 sales come into the picture. So here it is a very high level overview of what the Dynamics 365 marketing application does. There are various multi-channel campaigns through which you will be reaching out to your prospects, and based on the interaction that those prospects will have with your campaigns, you will be creating leads, nurturing those, and ultimately be passing over those prospect information to the sales team. Now, in order to realize which leads are hot, which are the prospects that you should pursue on higher priority, you have various powerful insights that Dynamics 365 marketing provides in the form of dashboards. And this ultimately ensures that you have the right information being in front of you, which you will be utilizing to interact with the prospects and then take the relationship forward. Now, why would you consider Dynamics 365 marketing as an application for your marketing team? Why not other applications that are available in the market? So this slide basically shows you what are the most powerful features of Dynamics 365 marketing. As it is a Microsoft product, there is seamless integration between marketing and other Microsoft applications, for example, Excel, Outlook, Office 365, and so on and so forth. This integration ensures that you are able to capture information from all these various sources, bring them into the marketing application, and then you work on that data to ensure that there are effective results in the end. Now you will be engaging with the customers on a real-time basis. This will ultimately ensure that your prospects generate a sense of loyalty towards your business. And then there are built-in powerful AI features which ensure that the right information reaches the right prospect at exactly the right time. Now, this is a solution overview of Dynamics 365 marketing. You are capturing the leads. You are determining which are the hottest leads so that your marketing team can pursue them on a higher priority. You are leveraging the power of social media. Dynamics 365 marketing integrates seamlessly with 4 social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So you are able to see the interactions that your prospects are doing on these social media platforms. You are capturing those information directly in your marketing application and leveraging on that data that you are receiving. You can hold events, both online and offline events. You can enable event registrations, gather those information directly into your marketing application, and then plan your campaigns accordingly. Having said that, once your events are done, that is not the end of the interaction that you will have with your prospects. You will be carrying on further interactions with those prospects, and that too you can do directly from your marketing application. Now, Dynamics 365 marketing provides very powerful insights. You get all kind of information regarding your campaigns. For example, when an email has been delivered to the prospect's email client, when they have opened it, if they have clicked on any links in those emails, from which part of the world have they clicked opened that email, had there been any hard bounces, had there been any soft bounces, all kind of information regarding the emails that you are sending out to your customers. You receive them, the feedback on those interactions in on a real time basis directly into marketing, and you can take help of those information and ensure that the next step that you take for that prospect is the correct step. Dynamics 365 marketing also gives you very powerful features like A/B testing, where you can determine which version of a particular email has the higher chances of getting clicked by your prospects. So here you will have two versions, and you can determine which version has a higher chances of getting delivered more to the prospects, and they have a higher chances of opening it. And the information as well as the analytics for all these come directly into marketing application. You can analyze those information, and then you can determine which version of your email is more effective for your future campaigns. Now, this is one of the strongest features of Dynamics 365 marketing, where there are inbuilt AI features in the system. We have some salient features like spam checker, which reads through the email that you have created. It will determine what are the chances of that email being considered as a spam by the email client. And based on that, it will give you certain suggestions as far as certain wordings in your email or certain images in your email. And based on that, you are ultimately ensuring that the email campaigns that you are setting out for your prospects, they land up into the prospects inbox, and at the same time it also ensures that your prospects have a higher chance of opening those emails and reading through the content. Another very powerful feature is the smart scheduler, which determines the time of the day when your prospect has the highest chance of opening emails. This is an inbuilt AI feature. The system learns through the various campaigns that you run for your prospects, and based on that, it determines the perfect time for sending an email to a particular prospect. And it is very personalized. For two prospects, it won't be necessary that the email will be sent out at the same time. The system will determine which is the best time and send out the email accordingly. And you don't have to do any kind of manual intervention there. The system does this automatically for yourself. Now, the base of any marketing team is are the various campaigns that the marketing team designs. In Dynamics 365 marketing, we refer to campaigns as customer journeys, where we define an entire journey for the prospects. We define certain steps which the prospects will go through, and at the end, we determine an output for that customer journey. There are various ways in which you can customize the customer journey. Based on your company strategy, you can determine what are the various steps that you want your prospect to go through in order to ensure that this prospect is ultimately in a stage where you can hand over this prospect information to the sales team. And since it is a Microsoft product, it is very user friendly. You can easily create and plan your customer journeys in the marketing application, thereby ensuring that your campaigns have a higher chances of success. Now, as I have mentioned before, Dynamics 365 marketing is integrated seamlessly with the four most prominent social media platforms that are there right now. And you can schedule your posts. You can bring in the interactions that your prospects do with your business on the social media platforms directly in Dynamics 365 marketing. And based on that, you can do your analysis and take next steps accordingly. Now, event management. The salient features of event management are Dynamics 365 marketing integrates seamlessly with Microsoft Teams. So any kind of webinar that you are hosting for your prospects, you can do the entire planning of that event in marketing, and then you can host those events directly from Teams. You can also set up your event page where they can come in and register. You get in those registrations directly into your application. There is no manual intervention, and any kind of additional information that you need from your prospects when they are registering for an event, you also get those kind of information also directly into the marketing application. And you can set up more information, like if there are sponsors for your events, if there are speakers at your events, you can show them the entire session plans for your events. All of them you will be able to do seamlessly on your event website, which again is integrated natively with the marketing application. Now, after you do all these steps, you have your leads, your marketing team, by analyzing the interactions of the prospects, they are nurturing those leads. And after a certain level of interaction, those leads come at a stage where they can now be handed over to the sales team, who will be taking up those leads as opportunities. And now it's the job of the sales team to ensure that these opportunities are ultimately won. Here, like I mentioned before, the data remains the same. Whatever data the marketing team is able to see, the sales team is able to see the same data, and vice versa. Now that we have covered marketing, we'll see why sales is another important application that you should consider for your sales team as part of your business. What is Dynamics 365 sales all about? It is ultimately to convert your prospects into customers, and at the same time, it is also an application through which you are supposed to maintain the relationship with your existing customers as well. So you continuously do interactions with the customers, you understand their sentiments using the built-in AI features, and you are ultimately able to nurture your customers as well as you are also able to nurture your prospects as well. So there are actionable insights for the sales team. The system will suggest certain steps that the sales team should do in order to convert prospects into customers. And the sales performance of the team, monitoring the sales performance, doing forecasts on the sales performance, everything can be easily monitored by the sales manager, thereby ensuring that the performance of your sales team is enhanced. Now, why should you consider Dynamics 365 sales for your business? Now, here there are conversation intelligence. Based on the interactions that you are having with your prospects or your existing customers, the system determines the sentiments of those conversations, and at the same time, it is able to suggest you steps based on those sentiments. You can do a forecasting of your sales pipeline. You can get a very clear picture of what your current sales pipeline is, and based on that, you can take certain strategic decisions as well. And it is seamlessly integrated with Outlook, thereby ensuring that the interactions that you are having with your prospects or your customers through Outlook, they are not lost and they are easily available in the sales application for other team members to be on the same page. It is also about creating efficiency, uniformity, and flexibility in your sales process, where we ensure that the sales team has a higher efficiency in their day-to-day work by utilizing the various suggestions that the system gives in terms of their sales approach. The entire sales team is following a uniform process whenever they are interacting with the prospects. And at the same time, depending on your company strategy, you have the flexibility to customize the sales process according to your need. Thereby, it ensures that at the end of the day, your sales team has a higher performance and has a higher chance of converting prospects into customers. Now, what does D365 sales do for us? You are able to accelerate your revenue using the built-in AI features. You are able to improve the customer interaction process. You are able to get a very high level overview of your sales pipeline and do forecasting based on the current sales pipeline. And ultimately, this results in a stronger loyalty and stronger relationship with your current customers, as well as the chances of your prospects converting into customers also increases. Now, what are the capabilities of D365 sales? It gives us a chance to focus on the right clients based on certain parameters that the system determines which are the prospects that you should pursue with a higher priority, which are the prospects and what are the steps that you should take for those prospects in order to ensure that their chances of getting converted into customers is higher. You can provide the sales team with certain insights based on their performances. You can also enhance the user experience with various built-in application integrations, like the integrations that we have with LinkedIn, with Power Apps, with Office 365 applications. All this ensures that your sales team is in a good place and has a higher chance of winning opportunities. Now, both Dynamics 365 marketing as well as Dynamics 365 sales give you the opportunity of personalizing the interactions that you have with your prospects. This ultimately ensures that your prospects have feel a sense of belongingness to your the person with whom they are interacting, and that ultimately increases the chances. Sorry. You are also able to quantify the customer sentiments based on the interaction, and this is very powerful in determining which are the prospects that you should pursue. The salient features of Dynamics 365 sales, like I mentioned before, it is easily integrable with other Microsoft products. You can also generate leads based on the phone call interactions that you have with your customers. You can also provide sales team the avenue of predicting and forecasting how they are working with their current prospects and what is the estimated revenue that your business is expecting if these prospects are converted into customers. So after utilizing all the powerful features of Dynamics 365 marketing as well as Dynamics 365 sales, these applications ensure that the revenue of your business increases, you are in line with your company strategy, the sales and the marketing team are always on the same page in terms of interacting with prospects, and at the end of the day, your prospects are effectively getting converted into customers. So in order to ensure that your sales and marketing team have a higher performance, Dynamics 365 Marketing and Dynamics 365 Sales are two applications which you should consider using for your business. So thank you all for your time. If there are, we are now opening the field for questions. So any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box.
Thanks very much, Samazri. That was fantastic information. And we have a question here. This one says, can we port data with all the information on prospects, accounts, notes, etc. from another CRM into Microsoft CRM?
Absolutely. So here I would like to mention, we have worked with customers where we have seamlessly imported data from CRM systems like Salesforce, from Sage Act, and so on and so forth. So the process of importing information from your existing CRM system into Dynamics 365 CRM is very seamless and very easy to do.
That's great, thank you. Another question here says, does Dynamics 365 integrate directly with non-email channels, for example, SMS text messages and WhatsApp?
Yes. So there are certain third-party applications which we will be utilizing along with Dynamics 365 CRM platform, and utilizing those, we are able to seamlessly integrate the CRM system with other communication channels like WhatsApp, SMS, etc.
Great, thank you. Okay, and another one here, it says, does Microsoft CRM have different types of users?
Yeah, so Dynamics, Microsoft as a company takes security and GDPR compliances very important. They are very important for them. So you can determine what information will be visible to which users. So there are certain security architectures defined, and based on that, you can bifurcate your users into different categories. And based on the security roles that you provide to these users, they will have the access to the right information at the right time.
That's excellent. And there's another question here, which says, does CRM and marketing integrate with Business Central?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I have mentioned, Business Central is a part of Microsoft Dynamics 365 suite. So there are standard integration options available so that Business Central is seamlessly integrated with the CRM, Dynamics 365 CRM application as well.
Great, that's fantastic. So what kind of ways can Business Central and the CRM communicate data with each other? How does that work really?
Okay, so here what happens is there are two options available. One is the standard integration that Microsoft provides, where the standard entities and the standard fields are synced between the two systems back and forth. Like in CRM, you are updating any sort of data for those standard entities, they will be automatically synced to NAV, and the same applies to Business Central as well. And apart from that, if there are any highly customizable requirements of the customers, Microsoft also gives an option of integrating Business Central with Dynamics 365 CRM through the use of APIs. So the APIs are available seamlessly, and utilizing those APIs, we can integrate the two systems so that more customized fields and entities, they can be seamlessly integrated between the two applications. So whichever is applicable to the customer. It can be either standard integration or API integration. We have done implementations in both. So it ultimately depends on the requirement of the customer, which option they want to choose.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Okay, and there's another question here. It says, does CRM/marketing talk to other Microsoft modules such as service management, SharePoint, Excel, or Outlook?
Yes. So there is seamless native integration of Dynamics CRM with other Microsoft products, like you mentioned, Excel, with Outlook, with SharePoint. So these integrations are native. There are certain configurations that need to be done on the application, but these applications are ultimately integrated natively with the CRM application. So there is no issue in that.
Great, that's excellent. Thank you. And there's another question here. It says, also, is tracking of emails possible in Outlook? In brackets, sending individual emails as opposed to sending automated emails from the marketing platform. And does this integrate with CRM?
Yes, tracking of emails from Outlook to CRM is absolutely possible. Again, the integration is native and very seamless, and it ultimately gives you the opportunity to determine which of the emails that come into your Outlook inbox, which of them you would want to bring into the CRM application for the other team members to see as well. And also CRM gives you the opportunity of sending emails directly from your CRM application, and any emails that you send out directly from your CRM system are ultimately reflected in your sent items folder in Outlook automatically. You don't have to do any kind of manual step for that. So everything is tracked in your Outlook, and you can also determine which emails you actually want to track. And it's a simple two-step process, and it's very seamless.
Brilliant, that's excellent. And I'm just checking now to see if there are any other questions coming through. Okay, there's another one that says, will there be any future events where you go into this in more detail and demonstrate the capabilities of sales and marketing?
That's a good question, Scott. So we have plans in our calendar where we will be, in today's session, we have done a very high level overview of the capabilities of marketing and sales. The idea was to give you an overview about why businesses should consider adopting these applications. Now, in our future sessions, which will be happening very soon, we will give you an in-depth walkthrough of all the capabilities of marketing as well as Dynamics 365 sales. So that is in our plan, and those will be happening very soon.
Great, that's perfect. Okay, so no new questions are coming through, so I think we can end the event here. So thank you very much, Samasri, for all your insight there. And thank you very much, everyone, for attending. If there are any other topics that you would like to see in future webinars, please let us know. And also, we're going to be sending around a survey to everyone who attended. So if you can complete that survey, we would really appreciate it. And then, yes, along with that, please let us know any other topics that you'd like to see in future events, and we can make sure that those take place, so we can really give that information to you, which is useful.
Thank you all for attending the session. We look forward to meeting you again in our future webinars, where we'll be going through more in-depth overview of these two powerful applications.